And we're live. Hi guys. Tiffany. Hi guys, my name is TRINH. You're on my channel Transformers, and today we're going to be discussing the Indigo Spell by Richelle Mead. So this is the third book of the Bloodline series, and for the past few months, it's kind of crazy. We've been reading like the vampire books by Richelle Mead, and we're halfway through this we're halfway through the second series. If you think about it, that's crazy. So we have three more books, which is very exciting. But yeah, this is the third book, the Indigo Spell. So of course we're going to do like basic introductions. So like your first time reading the book, or like this is a reread, and if it's a reread, of course, when was the last time you read the book, and then thoughts on the book, spoiler free. And then after everything, we can jump into spoilers. So Sandy, you can go first.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sandy from the channel Sandy Reads a Lot, and this is my second time reading this book. The first time that I read it was back in 2013, so it's a long time ago. And just two things essentially come to mind when I think about this book is one, Sidrian, of course, love them. And then the second thing that I really loved about this book is just seeing the use of magic and Sydney just kind of basically honing that ability and becoming comfortable with it more. But yeah, love this book.
Yay. Tiffany.
Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany at Read by Tiffany. I'm like pulling up my Goodreads to see how often I've read this book. But again, this is a reread. Loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars, and it still is 5 stars, partly for nostalgia, partly because I think it is still so much fun.
Yeah.
Sandy and I, we're on the same wavelength, like love all the Sidrian moments, but then secondly, like love like the introduction of magic. I think we just expand the world so much more. And I would like love to see it explored even further in the future books, but it's so cool to see like Sydney become so much more badass than she originally was.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is TRINH. So this is my second time reading this book. The first time was September of 2016. So 5 years. Yeah, it's been. Oh my god, it's been 5 years. And with this reread, I feel like the first time I read this book, I probably gave it 5 stars. But back then, I would give anything 5 stars. It's more like, oh, this was fun, 5 stars. But I think with this reread, surprisingly, I think I went into this like having quite a high expectation. Like I really thought I would love this book. Like it would be my favorite book of the series. But I didn't love it. I still enjoy it, but I didn't like love the book. And I was a little bit bummed. And again, it's kind of my fault. I just had a high expectation. And I was trying to like pinpoint a reason why I don't love this book as much as was the second one, the Golden Lily. I think the second, like as of right now, the second book's my favorite. And I realized that it's not super funny, which is like a dumb reason, but I feel like with the previous 2 books, it was like really, really funny. And with this one, there were some funny moments, but overall, I wouldn't find it super funny. But of course, I still love Sydney and Adrian. I love like the moments that we get. It's just so good. And I think another reason why I didn't love this book is because I feel like there was so much going on, and sometimes it was hard to keep up. So like in a way, we have like 2 storylines, like with the magic, but then also with the alchemist. And like, I mean, I feel like things were balanced out pretty well, but at times I feel like we stay focused on one topic so much that I would forget the other storyline that's going on in this story. But I still really enjoy it. So I give this, I think 3. It's either 3.5 or 4. I'm leaning towards 4 because like I still like really enjoy it.
Looking at it objectively, I definitely see where you're coming from, because I do think it is like there's not as many like funny one lines as Golden Lily when I look back on it. And also I think one reason is that I feel like, I don't know what you guys think, but I think there's like a lot less of like the other people, like of Eddie and Jill, than in the previous books, which makes me miss them a lot.
Yeah. In the Golden Lily we see everyone, but not just that, we saw like Dimitri and Sonia.
Yeah.
There's like that sense of like familiarity, because like you already know a lot of the characters, and it's just nice to see like the characters from VA in here, but then we also like focus on the main characters as well. So I think that's why I prefer the second book a bit more. And again, it was more like funnier than this one. But with this one, we can talk more about it later on. But yeah, I don't hate it. So let's see what everyone says. Oh my god, I read the Indigo Spell for the first time and gave it 3.5, and I think Leah did the same thing too, 3.5 stars. Still good. I'm like is it for me 3.5 or 4? Like I can definitely see myself giving 3.5. but I think right now I'm rounding it up just to be generous. Yeah, let me see. I like the second one a bit better too. Yeah. Dang, I do love the Golden Lily. And now I'm like, huh, what's my favorite book of the series? I mean, like we have 3 more, so who knows? Like maybe the Fiery Heart will be good, Silver Shadows, and then Ruby Circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting the names correct. That's good. So that's basically it for like the introduction. So now we can jump into the spoilers. So if you have not read this book, then please leave because we're going to go in depth with everything in this book. But yeah, sorry, my brain just stopped working. um, but yeah, we're just gonna discuss what happened in this book. So if you have not read this book, then please leave. But if you have, then you can of course stay and we can discuss everything. And please like what you call it, type your thoughts and opinions in the chat, and then we can discuss everything. So now let's talk about this book. Oh my goodness, let me see. Oh, can I? Is that how you say? Is it pronounced Mike or Meek?
Meek.
Yeah, Meek. Oh my god, like we
Please
know.
correct us.
Like yeah, like we notice you. You come here like every single live show, and we appreciate you so much. Like I definitely recognize yeah the name. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess we can start at the beginning. The beginning is so funny. Like the first chapter, the first chapter is so funny to me because like I think the first line is like, "Are you a virgin?" And then like later on, the second one was correct. I think Tiffany, your pronunciation, Meek.
Meek.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Oh my god, the first chapter was so funny to me. Because like I'm just gonna call her Jackie to be honest.
Jackie.
Because like her last name is hard to pronounce sometimes. So like she needed Sydney to do a spell, and turns out like a virgin can do it. It was so funny. Like I could not stop laughing because I was like, oh my god, this is so random, but I love it so much. So like we have that like little joke, like you know, a spell being done by a virgin, and that happens to be Sydney. It was so good. Okay. I guess like now we can go to the wedding. I don't know about you, but the wedding reminds me.
I love. Of what?
It reminds me of Breaking Down Part 1, the movie, because there's a wedding at the beginning of the movie, and here we have a wedding at the beginning of the book, and I don't know, just like the vibe, because like vampires and wedding. I was like, as I was reading, I was like, I've seen this before, and I was like, oh my god, it's Breaking Down Part 1. What did you think of the wedding?
I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. Like a nighttime wedding and like a greenhouse just sounds so pretty. And just like the way everything was described, like Lissa coming in looking so beautiful with like Christian beside her. I was like, oh, cameo, we'd love to see it.
Yeah.
And then like Sydney and Adrian like accidentally matching and then like looking good together. I was like, oh, they look good together. And then dancing. And then Sydney being on like the flight, like she misses her flight, so she has to like run to another gate, and then like Adrian's actually the one next to her. Oh, loved it. It was just so great. I love all the moments.
Wait, now that I think about like her flight being canceled, was it done because like it just happened to be that way, or like did someone actually purposefully like cancel her flight and then she had to catch another one?
It was just like an overbooked flight, and there weren't that many flights from like Palm Springs, like wherever the school is. Yeah. So then she ends up like being bumped to like Adrian's flight that was supposed to be later.
I think it was like first class too. That fun. I was like, what a nightmare if you think about it. Like, cause I think it probably happened in real life. Like, you know, like a flight being canceled and then you had to go to another one and it's leaving like right now. So you got to sprint to the other terminal. I was like, ooh, that's pain right there. Sandy, what did you think about the wedding?
I really liked it. I mean, I agree with everything that Tiffany already said. And I just really love how Adrian was able to like get Sydney to dance with him, and how she was just trying to like put up a front. Like, this is like the alchemist, like friendly, maintaining that relationship with the Moroi thing to do. But even though we know, you know, she secretly has feelings, she's just not aware of yet.
Yeah. You know, wedding was like really cute. I like seeing Lissa and Christian appearing. But however, I put this in the group chat. There was like a typo. I forgot what page. Let me try to find the picture that I sent to the group chat. But what's funny was that since I read this book back in 2016. I actually annotated this book, and I kid you not, I did not have the page. Oh man! But basically, the paragraph was like describing Tatiana, and it says, I kid you not, this is the text in the book. It says Tatiana, the former Moroi queen, had been Christian's great aunt. It's actually in the book, and I 5 years ago I crossed out Christian's name and I put Adrian because that is such a typo. Like Tatiana is not related to Christian at all. He's like she's related to Adrian. So I was like, what happened? It was weird. But that typo was like that was something that I noticed. Obviously back in 2016 and then now. What else happened? Yeah, I like the dancing part too. That was really cute. I will say what's like shocking is like seeing Ian again. Obviously, like I kind of remember him. But like here at the wedding, he was making some snide like remarks. It was to the point where I was like, what's wrong with you? Because I think he was making comments about like, since they're vampires, there's like that prejudice. And then like that them being like unholy and stuff like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then like he made a comment about Lissa because it's one of those things where it's like her throne is so fragile. Like it's like one thing, like one bad thing can happen and then she can literally be replaced as the queen. And again, I'm like, why would you say that? So I'm not a big fan of Ian. I guess we can talk about him because like later we see him. He's a crazy. I don't know.
I just
like, yeah.
I think it's like low key funny how he's like actively trying to get Sydney's attention, but even Stanton was like, "Oh my god, Ian, like, can you not?"
Like I think Stanton's like the third wheel. Like probably at the wedding, she's just like, "Oh my god!" Like she obviously like noticed Ian like liking Sydney, but I cannot help but laugh whenever I think at one point Sydney said something along the line of like Ian being boring to her. It's like, god damn. But Ian, like obviously at the wedding, he was making some remarks, and I was like, "Ew, that's gross." And then later on, when we see him in St. Louis, like there was a point where he asked her, "Oh, are you gonna take off your jacket?" I was like, because like she was wearing like a nice dress underneath, but then she had on a jacket, and then I guess he wants to see her in the dress again. So he's like, are you gonna take off that jacket?" I was like, why would you ask that? That's creepy and weird. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ian. I mean, what do you think about him as a character?
I feel like he just like really serves the purpose to show the difference between like what an alchemist is supposed to think and like what it's supposed to be like in comparison to how much Sydney has changed. I feel like he's supposed to show that contrast, but also he's just like such a like
a boy,
stereotypical like like a boy, like a misogynistic boy kind of just in the way that he like acts. And I think it's so funny how Adrian was like, he's like, not to shit on my own gender, but like if you want a guy to like do like to like follow and like fall at your feet and do everything he says, you just need to like get him to stop thinking about anything, just like focus on like your poo.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What about you, Sandy?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. I did feel a little bad for him because like clearly he has feelings for Sydney, and Sydney was just like using him towards, when she was like breaking into that place and getting those records. Like clearly she was using him, but he didn't know that. So I do feel a little bit bad for him, but other than that, I agree with what you guys have all said.
Yeah, I think I was the same too. I was like, I feel bad, but I was like, not that bad though.
Yeah.
Fine, to be honest. Yeah, like I couldn't help it when he was like, oh my god, like, oh, I sent you an email and stuff like that, or like I'll call you, we can like chat, video chat. I was like, oh, I feel so bad that like he had high hopes when it comes to this, but it might not work. Well, it's not gonna
He's
work.
just like I think there's just so much puppy love for Sydney, both on Ian's side, but also Adrian's side. But with Ian's side specifically, I thought it was so funny because he like, I think there's like a line where Sydney was like, "Oh, this is turning out to be like a really expensive date trip for him."
Oh yeah,
I was like, honestly, no regrets, Sydney. Just do what you need to do.
Yay! Oh yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, there was a comment. I think he probably spent $100.
Yeah, like he paid for like dinner and all that, and then he like let some guy off. Yeah, who owed him money. Oh, that was funny.
Oh, that sucks. Dang. Oh, it's okay. He'll be fine. Okay, so is there anything that? Oh my god, is there anything in the book that you guys want to talk about? Because like obviously there's like a whole bunch, but I mean, let me see. Yeah, like a lot happened. You okay?
No, I agree. Like, I feel like there's so much happening because there's like multiple plot lines. It's not like the way it was with Golden Lily, so it's hard to discuss.
So like I told you guys this, but there's in this book there's like two plot lines if you think about it. Like the very first one is like the one with what you call it, Jackie's sister. It's weird calling her
Veronica.
Veronica. So like that's like the first plot line, and then the second plot line is with the alchemist and Marcus, all that fun stuff. So I guess like which one you guys want to talk about first?
Can I talk about the magic one? I feel like that one's more fun.
Yeah, I
Jackie?
agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I want to ask: were you guys surprised when we learned that Alicia is actually the bad guy?
I was surprised because I knew that there was something like kind of suspicious about her. I thought she was maybe like an accomplice to Veronica, but I forgot that she was like, she actually like, you know, was the one all behind it in the first place. So that definitely like surprised me.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, okay, I read it. Nothing surprises me at this point.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember being like kind of surprised. It was just so shocking, and also just made so much sense, like the way that Jackie kept like wearing herself down, trying to protect Sydney. But also like in some ways, I'm like I read Jackie as like a mother figure in some ways towards Sydney, and I really love like their relationship.
Yeah.
So seeing that, like how much she wants to protect her, like how much she like cares for her, and then getting that worn down to like use to like suck, I guess, Jackie's powers was like it like tied together really well in my opinion.
Yeah. To be honest, I think like let me see when. I think after you know how like Sydney dropped her necklace, the cross one. I was like, oh.
I knew that was gonna like come into play later on. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Alicia was actually Veronica. I thought like Veronica was like disguising herself as Alicia and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna be right. And then at the end, when I read that chapter, and no.
I mean, it makes sense because like you know how Adrian was using spirit to disguise Sydney's appearance. So like what if Alicia or like Veronica, I guess, was doing the same thing to make herself look different?
Yeah. I was like, I think I'm right. And then when I read the chapter where Alicia was like, oh, I already took care of her. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, wait, so you're the bad guy the entire time? What the hell? So that's when I was like, oh, maybe I'm not right. Because I think I was like fairly confident that I was right. You know, like, oh, Veronica was Alicia the entire time. Like this is all a setup. And it was obviously, but like turns out like Alicia, I was like, wait, Alicia and Veronica are two different people. They're not the same. They're two different people. And that's when I realized that I was wrong. But yeah, I think everyone is like shocked. Oh my god, I forgot about Alicia. Just after we met her, I feel that. I mean, like, yeah, it was a little bit like, yeah, like the first time we saw her, I didn't think too much of it, and then when she calls them again, being like, "Hey,"
that was weird. Yeah,
you
that was weird.
about that. A part of me is like, do people actually do that? Like people who work at hotels, I guess. Like, do they actually call again and be like, "Hey, are you still thinking about our place, our hotel, the room?" I don't
Maybe
know.
like a bed and breakfast. But honestly, like I'm not surprised. Like, this is such a tangent, but once I think we had like bugs in our house, and I like called an exterminator to like get a quote or something, and they end up calling back. They're like, "Hey, do you want to come back?" So I can see it happening like in real life, but it was sus, especially when she like randomly drops like, "Oh, Veronica's back, by the way."
Yeah, and then when they're there, Alicia was like, "Oh my god, I spoiled a surprise."
Yeah,
And
I was like, what?
like, so I was like, damn, she played them because like if you really think about what just happened, like turns out Veronica was out of commission for a while, and then like she was just like toying with them, and then like Ian and no, wrong person, Adrian. I just thought I was like, oh, that's the wrong guy. Oh my god, Cindy has like wait, Cindy
She
has
has like a lot of guys falling at her feet.
wait a minute.
Oh, to be Sydney.
Whose name I forgot? Brayden? Yeah. Oh my
Brayden.
god. There's a joke of people forgetting his name. I literally just forgot his name. Brayden, Ian, and now Adrian. Oh my god. I love her. Love that. I love how she's so bad with romance, but she happens to have like 3 guys in her lifetime. In a way. I was gonna say, and yeah, and then like in that scene, Adrian and Sydney end up just like making it. Did they make out? Yeah, they probably make out on her bed. in like the velvet suite, I believe, and then she dropped the necklace. Yeah, I knew the necklace was gonna come back around. And honestly, when she dropped the necklace, I was like, oh, I bet Veronica's gonna use that necklace to track down Sydney. Wait, real quick. So I'm guessing this is Alicia, but like there's a scene where Sydney's like sleeping and then
And
like
Veronica was in the dreams. Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah.
So that's Alicia.
It was actually Alicia,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Huh. Wow. Like the more I think about it, I was like, wow, she really played them. Because I really believe that Veronica was like the bad guy. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that it's actually Alicia the entire time because it's like a nice plot twist. But then also, it was like the more I like as I was reading, I was like, we have never seen Veronica. Like we're trying to find her, but I was like, we've never seen her. And like even by the end of the book, we still don't see her, like because she's out of commission. And turns out it was Alicia the entire time. So I think I like that. Like that plot twist, the more I think about it. Because like, yeah, she literally played them. She played us. I was fooled. I really thought she was Veronica the entire time. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that storyline was wait. I think what I like about that is that we get a few scenes of like Jackie, Sydney, and Adrian practicing magic.
Yeah.
I really like the scene of them in the desert. Oh my god, that was so cute.
Pies and stuff.
Pies and stuff. Oh my god. I was gonna like talk like it's so cute. I think I remember Jackie like helping Sydney trying to practice that fire magic thing, and then Adrian's on the side like.
He's such a cute, supportive boyfriend. I love him.
Oh my god, we're both. Our voice just went up when talking about Adrian. But like, there are so many moments where I'm like, oh my god, he's so cute and wonderful. And I'm kind of glad that like, I mean, like, I'm kind of, how like the previous book ended, like it ended on a bad note, and I'm kind of glad that. Well, like they moved past that, and we get to see like so many scenes of them just like helping each other out. Because I like the fact that he did point out at the end of the day, besides their feelings, they do care about each other, and like they help each other out, and that's like what's really nice about that. Because it's not about like, because to me, like I don't know, it's just nice to see both characters just like grow throughout this entire book. Like yes, we have some makeout scenes, which is fine, but at the same time, at the core of their relationship is that they care about each other, and I love that we have so many scenes of that. So let's talk about Citrus.
No, like I totally agree. Like even when they fight, like they still at their core like really care about each other. I think like because that one time that Veronica went into Sydney's dreams and like scared her, Adrian started pulling her into spirit dreams to like distract her. It was just so cute. Like they're like playing Monopoly and making up like different pieces on the board.
That is so cute.
And I don't remember which scene it was. Like I think they had a fight about something. I forgot what the fight was about. And like Sydney thought like Adrian was like gonna pull her into a spirit dream that night, but he still does, just to, like apologize.
Yeah, that was really sweet. I remember that.
You know what we talking about? Let me see. He's very good at communicating how he feels about Sydney in the way that he's not ashamed. Yeah, he tells her repeatedly that he loves her.
Yeah, I love that. Like he's just very open about it, and like this back and forth that they have. Like Sydney's like just kind of denying her feelings, and Adrian's like, well, you're probably like halfway in love with me or something. There was like this one scene where it's like, I'll keep loving you, and eventually you'll get there, or you're probably already halfway there anyways.
I was like, damn, you hella confident. But it's I think I do believe him when he's saying that, just because like he can definitely read her aura and like and like telling the truth in a way. Because I can imagine a guy in real life saying that to another girl. And I'm like, you're pretty arrogant for saying some shit like that. But like in this context, it makes sense because like he can definitely sense her aura. I'm trying to remember the fight. Because what are you talking about?
I also think it's so cute or so funny because like he'll just like talk about something and then she'll be like, Adrian, we can't have like those kinds of feelings. You need to stop. And he's like, I'm not even talking about romance. Like you're the one who brought it up.
Yeah. Like, oh, your mind always go there. I mean, you're like the one who's like bringing it up all the time, and I kept laughing at that because that's such an Adrian thing to say, like kind of like mocking her. Wait, real quick, I love this. Just like a few jokes about her saying, "I'm a quick study."
Yeah.
I'm a quick. I mean, like I think in the moment saying that was like, "Oh, you go, girl." But the fact that he kept like making fun of her Miss I'm a quick study. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, damn, which like embarrassed her a little bit. But yeah, I really love Adrian and Sydney. Wait, real quick, whenever they text, a lot of times Adrian would send a smiley face. I'm like, wait, stop. This is like the bare minimum. I was like, this is so cute. Okay, this shit's cute. And then like we have a few makeup scenes, which is good for them. Like good for them. I guess we can talk about the ending later because you know things type. Oh my god, the ending. Oh, that was great. But we can talk about that later.
Oh my god, yes, the ending. Also, like the little dragon guy.
Hopper.
Yes!
That scene was so funny, especially like when Sydney called Jackie about like who the dragon is loyal to, and the dragon saw both of them on first sight when it was like summoned, so like it's loyal to both of them. I think that's really cute. And now they're like splitting custody of the dragon.
Yeah. I love how they talk about it like joint custody. It's like, oh, your father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like he make a comment being like, oh, wow, that's motherly instinct, Sage. I was like, that's so cute. But yeah, that was, but I forgot about that. I forgot about the whole dragon thing, to be honest. And then when it happened, and then like it sees both of our characters, and then like they see them. Well, it sees them as the parents. I was like, that's so funny.
I think there was like one line that I thought was really cute where Joe was helping her like get the aquarium or like the tank set up to put Hopper in and everything. And then Sydney is like looking at Hopper's like, stop it. This is not some like Disney movie where I get a cute little sidekick. I was like, oh, that's so fun. Because I kept thinking of the little guy in Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking about that tingle. Oh my god, the blueprint of Disney movies. But anyway, that's my favorite Disney movie. Real quick, you have a Disney movie, like your favorite Disney movie?
Tangled. Or Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. What about Sandy?
I don't know. I really don't know. I have a lot.
Guys,
I love them all, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, comment down. What's your favorite Disney movie? So we can just like briefly talk about it. Okay, I guess now we can talk about Marcus because we found him. Oh, the scene where he punched her and then later on Adrian punched him.
I was like, oh, so sexy.
I mean, honestly, I would do the same thing. If like a person that I like love and I see them and there's like a bruise and I'm like, what happened? Like the fact that Sydney was like, oh, yeah, he punched me. Like she said it without thinking. And then next thing you know,
Adrian's like,
oh, I was like, damn, that's funny. But anyway, Marcus, I guess like he's okay. Like I don't love him, but at the same time, I'm just like he's not suspicious. Like I'm not like, oh, you're sus. But I think it's because like I don't know how to feel about him because I like the fact that Joe brings this up at the end. That's they talk. And it's kind of true, like in a way, like they just talk about like helping Leroy. But however, Sydney's the one who's like doing like in a way going out of her way to like help the Leroy. It's like they talk, you act, something like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, what do you call it? The Merry Men, like Marcus and the Merry Men, something like that. That was interesting.
Yeah.
But
I think it's sorry.
You go.
I think it's interesting because I think basically exactly what Joe said. Like I was really confused as to like what's the purpose of like them getting all this information, like breaking in and like getting confirmation that alchemists are working with the warriors and then not really doing anything with that info. And then just like getting more info again. It's like, what's the point, you know?
Yeah, like you should act. We'll talk about her call to Stanton because I have thoughts about that. But yeah, I think right now, I mean, Marcus is okay. We would probably see him again, to be honest. But other than that, I don't have much. I don't know why my brain just stopped working at times. Real quick, I woke up at 7 a.m. to finish this damn book. Okay, I had like 3 chapters left, so I just woke up super early, read the 3 chapters, and I went to work. So I'm like fried right now. But yeah, with Marcus, it's nice to see him. I keep repeating the same thing, guys. How? Oh my god.
Do you feel like I think one thing that was interesting was like there's like different aspects to the tattoo. Like there's like wait, so I guess like the first what Sydney did was like it just like stops the group loyalty, I guess, like stops the tattoo's compulsion on alchemist stuff. Yeah. And then the blue stuff is like so you don't get tattooed over. So it is like a worry that like she hasn't been tattooed over with the blue, like the indigo ink.
Yeah, and that's the Indigo Spell.
Mhm.
And then like I was honestly surprised to see Sabrina again. And I kid you not, when Sydney was like Sabrina, I was like, who's Sabrina? And then turns out she's like I guess like a spy for the Warriors in the previous book. And like turns out like, you know, she's working with Marcus, all that stuff. I never saw it coming because I really thought that she was like a fanatic, like a diehard fan for the Warriors of the Light, whatever. So like, yeah, I guess I like. Oh wait, how old is Marcus? Like he's in his 20s.
He's like, I think he's like Sydney's age, or like I think he's Adrian's age at least, maybe.
So like 21, 22, like in his early 20s. Okay.
Yeah,
And then,
I think I just felt like it was really underwhelming meeting him because the way we talk about him in the beginning was just like, or I think even the way Sydney expects him to be was like this grand guy who like is doing so much undercover to like stop the alchemist or like do something really great for the world, but really he's like not doing that much. Well, he is doing stuff, but like not as much as you thought. So my impression of him was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, I think that's why I literally had a hard time like trying to say something about him because I was like, yeah, I mean like here's the guy that like the alchemist is like hunting, I guess, but that's it. Like there's not much I can say about him. What do you think about him, Sandy?
Wait, are the alchemists hunting him? I know that like he left the alchemist and like I don't. Obviously, he's not trying to be found by them, but are they like actively hunting him?
I don't know if they're actively hunting him, but I think that's like what's kind of up in the air. I think they are like wanting, like keeping an eye out for him. He's like FBI's most wanted.
Yeah. And also like the fact that Sydney was asking Stanton about Marcus and like Stanton was pretending that she didn't know who this person was like very sus. So it like built up that like anticipation, like, oh, who is this guy? And then like you all mentioned, it was like kind of underwhelming once we actually did meet him.
Yeah, let me see what everyone's saying. Okay, so Leah says Onward. I've never seen Onward.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, I'll add that to my to watch list, I promise. Tango and then Aladdin. Aladdin's a good one. Yeah, I like the very first movie of Aladdin so much more. Like watching it again, I'm like, wait a minute, I know all of these songs. So Eddie.
Oh yes, our boy.
No, goddamn.
He did nothing. Angeline.
He got cheated on. It's not dark, but I was like, damn, that sucks.
I'm just like, when are we gonna get Eddie and Jill together? Come on, man.
Yeah, honestly, like I think I think I remember like her cheating on him, but like rereading this book, I got so sad for him. Like the fact that she was distant, she was so focused on math, and then she just hooked up with Trey, and then she tried to get him into the dorm. Apparently, he's like, just break up with your boyfriend already. I don't know why you would still go out with Eddie, you know, because like I never got the sense that she really liked him. I mean, yes, in the previous book, but now in this book, she's barely with him, and when she is, she's not paying attention to him. You know, it's so sad. And I think it's one of those things where I think, from what I have observed, I think Eddie and Angeline, I think they're just like at the beginning stage in a way, so it's kind of like up in the air. It's nothing serious, but still like it is wrong for her to cheat on him, literally. Oh man, that sucks. What you guys think?
Yeah, I just feel bad for Eddie, especially like the whole, you know, Jill situation.
Yeah.
That whole like miscommunication and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel bad for him, but I guess like now that he and Angeline are no longer together, that you know sets up things for him and Jill. Hopefully.
I like Jill.
I agree. Yeah,
and I feel like we definitely see Jill. Like honestly, at times I'm just like I feel like I'm not seeing the other characters as much. Like as much as I love Sydney and Adrian. Like like at times I feel like I'm not seeing the others. Like we did with the Golden Lily. Oh my goodness. And Trey. I mean, in this book he's the math tutor for
Angeline. I love Trey though. Like I love Trey and I love all the characters individually. So I do think Trey and Angeline would be a good fit. I'm just like, I want to see more of them together, and I want to see like Jill and Eddie together and everything.
Yeah, I honestly wonder if what do you call it? Well, I forgot his name. Trey will get together with Angeline because like he literally says he loves her in this book. It's like sus. I don't buy it. No, I'm kidding. But I'm just like, but you no, why? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she's fine. I don't know. When it comes to Angeline, because she was raised in like the keepers, and then
Mhm.
there's certain things that like she doesn't know, I guess. Like, so part of me is like, does she not know that
That cheating is bad.
does she like honestly with her, I'm just like, you know what? That's a legitimate question, to be honest. Like, does she not know that cheating is bad?
Yeah, I agree. I just miss so many of the side characters. Like I honestly really miss Dimitri and Sonia, and even Clarence.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, like Clarence. I like him being like, they're vampire hunters. And then turns out like he was correct. Let me see. I enjoyed Jill more in this book. Yeah. I feel like now Jill's
Mhm.
like growing up, you know?
She's a lot
And
more
like,
mature and everything and
yeah.
helpful.
I keep forgetting she's like 15. I'm like, damn, that's so young. I will say I feel horrible for her, like towards the end, when she sees that intimate scene of Adrian and Sydney,
Oh yeah.
and Sydney like sees her expression, and I was like, oh yeah, that's horrible. That's so awkward because I cannot imagine like someone so young too, like she's only 15, seeing those intimate scenes of like these two adults. I felt bad. I was like, oh, that must have been so awkward. Let me see. I really miss Eddie. Yeah. I feel like we see him a few times, which is good. I'm glad that he went with Sydney to like that meeting with Marcus and like the other guys.
Mhm.
The thing is though, like those scenes just don't feel super memorable to me, which
Yeah,
sucks.
I get that. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, it happened, but like it doesn't stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Country book boy. The Matrix. Oh, honestly, at times I miss him too. Ah, dang, that's why I hate going back to like the Golden Lily, but it's just like it was so like that book was so fun because like we get to see so many characters. Um, and then real quick, I will say real quick. So like we see Wolf again, like that. Real quick, you know how Adrian made a comment being like, last like wasn't his
His
eye
eye
patch?
patch is on
Yeah.
the other side.
He's like,
Wolf is so funny.
what's going on? Wait, what's that about? So I wondered if that will come back. I don't know. But I was gonna say him not questioning them about why they need a gun is so sus to me. I was like, really? You're not gonna ask? You're not gonna interrogate them? You're not gonna like make sure that they're not gonna
Like the
use the
contract is just like the type of the gun and her initial.
That's why I was like, yep, this is America. I was like, yep. I mean, like, I think she was like, oh my god, I'm glad that he didn't ask. But I'm like, no, I'm kind of pissed that he didn't ask you why you need a gun.
Yeah. Also,
And
like
if you use it.
a part of me, like I could be completely wrong, but a part of me wonders, like, does Wolf know about like the Strigoi Moroi world?
Mm.
So I don't know. That's like I don't really remember much about his character, but that's what I'm wondering.
I just thought it was such a cool scene where he's like, "Oh, can you like prove that you know how to use a gun?" And then Sydney's like, hits
Okay.
target
yeah.
every time. And Adrian's
Yeah.
like I think it's so like Adrian knows how much of a badass the girl he likes is, and it's
Mhm.
great.
I love that whenever we find some new like information, like some small information about Sydney, he would be like, wow, I think I just love you more. I was like,
Yeah.
stop. I can't take it. It's so cute. I think he was like super impressed that she was able to hit all of the targets with the gun. And then at the end, she did something. Again, it was very minor, but he looks at her and he's like, "Wow, I just love you more now," or something like that. Oh, I think when she like in the house in Jackie's house, she did the spell to
Oh,
make the
the
icy.
slippery ice.
Yeah, and then he was so impressed. But I'm like, oh my god, stop! So cute. But so like yeah, that's what I had to say with Wolf and the guns. I just found it weird. I was like, you're not gonna ask them like why they need the gun. Like he was so chill about it, but unfortunately, she didn't even use the gun. She left it in the car. Like
That was like the only plot reason for it.
I know. I was like, god damn it. Um, I guess like we're coming to an end to this. Okay, so the call to Stanton. So this is after
Uh,
she got that shot. that I was gonna say vaccine. No, that shot to like slowly breaking slowly breaking out of the compulsion of the slowly coming out of the compulsion that the tattoo has, and she makes that call to Stanton.
I was so stressed for her.
I was my thought was I was like, why are you calling her? And I wanted to ask you guys, did you think that Sydney calling Stanton was like her genuinely concerned for Joe, and that's why she called Stanton, or she got, because you know how like a few pages before she was like, I'm not going to Mexico, I'm just gonna be here working from the inside and all that stuff. So a part of me is like, is she like, did she call Stanton so that she can like get more information? Like, is she getting a little bit overconfident, because she was like, I'm good at this, I just got that footage and now I'm gonna work from the inside, so now I'm just gonna call Stanton, because that phone call backfired so badly to the point where I'm like, you don't bitch, you should not have made that phone call at all. But I was just like, I was very stressed, and of course I knew like the ending, so that's why, and I knew it's because of that phone call, like getting those two new characters. I know it's because of the phone call. So I wanted you guys to like talk about it. Like, what do you think?
Sadie, go first.
I when I first read that scene, like the first thing that I thought about was like, oh, this call is going to backfire at the end. But other than that, I really didn't think too much about it. I just I remember Sydney being like very demanding towards Stanton too. And I think that also has to do with like, what they did to the tattoo. But other than that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's just so out of character for
Yeah,
her,
very
like,
out of
in
character.
comparison to most of her interactions. She's like, yes, ma'am, like blah, blah, blah. But now she's like actually pushing back when she doesn't get the answer she wants. So it's like very careless of her.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm literally trying to find that page, but like after she gets back from seeing Marcus, she was like, she talks about how, I'm going to do this, and like I didn't tell Marcus because he would have said no. So I was like, then maybe don't do it. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I cannot find it anyway. But yeah, she made that phone call, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. And then of course, I guess like the one thing that I don't like this, but someone did point out, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I was gonna say, like, this phone call has consequences. Because we got Neil, and I kid you not, I was like, have we seen him before? We're at a point in the story, because in a way, this is the second series, the third book of the second series, where I'm just like, have we seen him before? I don't.
You haven't.
I don't remember. So Neil's like a whole new character.
Whole new character.
Yeah. So he's a new damper, whatever, damper. And then we got Zoe. I was like, Cindy, this is your fault. I was like,
Zoe's so annoying. Maybe it's because I don't have a younger sister, but I'm like, god damn, she's always in the way.
Yeah. I just have bad feelings, and I don't know. I think Zoe's the same age as Joe, right? They're both 15. Oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying in the next book. I don't know. I don't know how it will go, but I was like, Cindy, you should have not made that phone call. You should have not made that phone call, because look where we are now. And like the way she did damage control too, I was like, okay, this is a little bit too extreme, because I think she was like kind of.
I saw my dad. Like, I'm so nervous.
Yeah. I feel bad. I do feel bad for Zoe, because like she wants to do this to like impress her dad. I was like, no offense, but your dad sucks. I don't know. I do feel bad, and it's something that I find interesting is that like we get two different reactions when it comes to like the dad. Like Sydney is the kind of person who's like, F my dad. But with Zoe, she's literally doing whatever it takes to impress her dad. But this is the guy who literally prefers a rapist over his own daughter, because like he's a guy. So like the standard is so low. So let me see. Sydney burning herself on that cross. Are you talking about her like holding the necklace, like picking up the necklace, and then she burned herself?
That like when Alicia in the car.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
thought they like did something to the cross, but I don't think that was explored.
Yeah. I thought Alicia used like cross to like track down
I thought it
Sydney.
was just hot because of magic.
Yeah, like I think Alicia probably used the cross, used magic on it to track her down, and then like the car being exploded, and then like Adrian's car being like wrecked in a way. Um, let me see. I think it's a smart plot point to explore Zoe and Sydney's relationship, but I'm afraid she'll be super annoying the next book. Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to be like similar to Ian, as in like they're going to have this really strong like alchemist belief and rhetoric because in a way they've been brainwashed. Because like dude, they have like tattoos that has compulsion and like they're being led to believe that more like these vampires are evil. Like yeah, they're being brainwashed. Um, yeah. So yeah, talking about the necklace. Yeah, I thought it's because like Alicia is using the necklace and then like she left it there to like let Sydney know that something's bad gonna happen. I don't even know. I didn't think too
I
much of
hope,
it. I really
yeah,
thought Alicia was using the necklace. Yeah, Tiffany.
I hope we get to see Zoe like unlearn the alchemist beliefs that she had the same way that Sydney does.
Hmm. Me too. Because it's like not a good like not a good thing. Let me see. Then Joe, yeah, I like Joe in this. Again, I feel like we didn't see her a lot, which is very
Hmm.
unfortunate. Yeah, we really did not see her because I feel like in the first two books, there's well, in the very first book, we were worried about her. In the second book, like we see her dating Micah, and this one, she's in love with
Yeah.
Eddie.
I
Oh,
think like one thing we talked about is like we like the three of us really like all of us I guess just really enjoy the boarding school setting,
yeah, me too.
and we just didn't get much of that. Like
Like,
because I think with Golden Lily was fun. It was like they were like classmates and like homecoming, and
yeah,
it was just fun.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, in this book, we focus so much on Sydney, and of course, she's so busy. Girls, like she's so busy with so many things in her life, like the magic thing, and then also Marcus and the alchemist, and then her going to St. Louis for Ian to get that footage or stuff. I don't know. I feel like I feel like Richelle Mead did a good job setting up the St. Louis thing because like Ian did mention it at the beginning of this book, and then like it comes back at the like towards the end. Like she remembers that she has Ian and he is which one it at St. Louis and she's able to visit him all that stuff. So and then we talk about Eddie and Angelina as well.
What
That's
do you guys
important.
think about like Sydney turning back, saying no to Mexico, and then like reading Adrian's letter and all that stuff?
Oh, it's so sweet.
Just like latitude.
Gratitude.
Oh my god, yeah, that was really sweet too. It was so cute. Ah,
Have you seen pictures of the Getty Via?
mm-mm.
It's like one of the places in LA I have not been, but it's like such a bucket list item. It's so beautiful. Like look it up right now. Like
How do you
just
spell it? Is it
imagine.
like Getty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Getty space Villa. And
Oh,
it's literally like,
Vila.
yeah,
Wow.
it's like
Yeah.
a snapshot of like Rome and everything in LA. Like it's everything you imagine like Sydney would love.
Yeah, and like out of all the places that Adrian could pick, he picked that place.
That's so
Like
pretty.
it
Yeah.
really shows that like he knows
He
her.
knows her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so cute. I can't. It's so cute. I love the fact that he just put in like Rome, Greek, Greek, California, and it shows up. Dang, that looks so pretty. Oh yeah, Tiffany. Hopefully one day we can go to Cali and then we just go there
Yeah.
and take. You're like, oh my
Like I
god.
want to go there so bad. You like there I've talked to Alexandra about this so many times. I'm like, I want to go there and do like a Percy Jackson photo shoot.
Yeah, no, honestly, do Percy Jackson photo shoot and then also do Bloodlines. Do like a mix
Yeah,
of both.
no, it's like such a pretty place. Like I really want to go.
Is it like far away from your place?
It's like closer to Malibu. So it's like West LA. It's like near the ocean. I'm like more inland.
Okay. Like is it 2-3 hours away?
Probably like at least an hour, yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. I feel
It's
like.
not too bad. It's like you can make a day trip.
Yeah. Let me see. Sweet, but I would have loved it if Cindy went. Oh, like Leah, are you talking about Mexico? Like Cindy going to Mexico?
Yeah.
Because like in a way she is giving up this opportunity to like break free from the alchemist. But I don't know. If she does go, I cannot help but feel bad for Zoe and literally everyone, because if you think about it, like that night, Zoe was in her room waiting for her sister, and I cannot imagine like being from her perspective, like so excited to see your sister, and it turns out she just ditched the alchemist and went to Mexico and just didn't see you at
Yeah.
all.
It's
So I
also
can,
like if she does, sorry,
I mean,
sorry, as they like if she actually does that, then like she's actually on like the Alchemist's like
shit
hit,
list.
like their hit list. Yeah, like FBI's most wanted again with Marcus.
Exactly. So a part of me is like, I'm glad she's staying, but at the same time, now she has to be super careful because her sister is there. Damn. I think. Wait, are they passing? Oh yeah, they're passing Zoe as another cousin.
Yeah. I love it's just like this family, just like a major extended family at this boarding school.
Wait, let me. Because now I'm at the point where it's like, what is this family turning into? So Sydney, Adrian, Jill, Eddie, they're siblings.
No, wait, so say. Wait, yeah. They're siblings. And Keith is also a sibling, technically.
Yeah, I forgot about him. So, okay, Keith was like the sibling. Okay, and then now we have Angelina as a cousin. Neil is just a classmate, but Zoe's a cousin.
A cousin.
This is so funny. I think Cindy made a comment about like how their family will take over the school.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't remember that comment.
It's so funny. Let me see. This family is so ridiculous, but I love it that no one. Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my god. Honestly, I think I don't even know. I think they look alike in a way.
Jill doesn't look alike. Well, I think it's like Eddie and Sydney look alike, and then Jill and Adrian look alike because they're Moroi. So people are like, oh, like I didn't see this family resemblance between Jill and like the two of you, but now seeing Adrian, I kind of see it, I guess.
Yeah. Honestly, I do love the friendship between Sydney and Eddie. Like you can tell that she does care about him and she did feel bad when he got cheated on. Fuck. And I think I think he was about to say something along the line of like, you know, in a way I'm like your brother, but then he got cut off. Something along that line. Cause like we had this like really nice conversation between the two of them. And I'm just like, dang, I really love you guys. Cause like they're so like, you know, they care about each other. I wonder it maybe in the next book if the others will find out about Sydney and the fact that she can do magic, because now she's like she's in it. Like you know how in the previous book she's just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Now she's like doing it. She's such a rebel if you think about it. At the end of the day, she's like no longer with the alchemist. She's doing magic, like committing herself into it, and she's also dating Adrian.
I love it.
I'm so proud. And we're only in book 3, okay? Like there's 3 more books. Like who knows what's gonna happen?
I will say though, going forward, books 4, 5, and 6 are dual POV. Like I don't know if you guys knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the beginning of the Fiery Heart. Oh, I love the fact that in this book
there was like a reference to it. I love that. Yeah.
A flame in the dark.
Yeah.
His painting or whatever. I also like that scene too, like just like Adrian like painting. I love the fact that he's an art guy, like an artist, and he's just painting and having fun, and then Sydney's just like watching, and then she's like talking about the Fiery Heart. I was like, wait a minute, that's the title of the next book. Oh my god. Oh, do a POV. Yeah, we're gonna read from. Can I say it?
Yeah. Like who else would it be?
Eddie. we're gonna read from Sydney and also Adrian's point of view. I'm very excited.
I feel like the dual POV will be really cool, but there will be a bit of a tone shift in like the story. Because in my opinion, like I said this before, but second and third book are my favorites out of the series. Like I still enjoy like 4, 5, and 6, but second and third were my favorites. So it becomes a little different.
Yeah, like it's going to in like a different direction than what we expected, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Just like the tone of the story, like what we explore, it's just like it'll be different.
Yeah, I think now we're coming to the end. I'm crossing off everything that we have talked about. So is there anything that you guys want to like mention? Sandy?
We
Okay.
talked about everything.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like so much happened in this book, but at the same time, like we talk about like we hit every point. Um, I guess 2 questions, something that you forget because like well, yeah, Tiffany, you can answer this. I know that like you probably read this just last year and your memory of this book is fresh, but like what's like something that like something that you were surprised when you read this book, like something that you totally forgot.
I forgot that actually Wolf shows up in this book
Yeah.
completely. I just did not realize like makes a cameo again.
Yeah. What about you, Sandy?
For me, I forgot about the dragon, and that was
Yeah.
a very nice surprise.
Yeah. And then you, Leah, and then Meek. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know we I am the worst at names, but I was gonna ask you guys to like type in your answer. Like, what's something that surprised you since like this is your first time reading? Um, I think for me, I forgot that like Veronica is not the bad guy in this book. Turns out it was Alicia the entire time. So that was like I was really, really surprised because I was so convinced that I was right with my theory of like Veronica disguising herself as Alicia. And she was like playing them the entire time. And then it turns out they're 2 different people. And Veronica was just like not like she was like in a coma like the entire time. And then like Alicia was like the person doing the magic. Honestly, when like Sydney got the necklace from Jackie and she was like, oh wait, this is the necklace that Alicia was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find the passage of them describing what Alicia looks like because I wanted to read the part where she's like describing the necklace that Alicia was wearing. Because like in a way, if you think about it, it's like if I can find it, then obviously it's like foreshadowing because like it's being like the necklace is being brought up again at the end. But I couldn't find a passage, so I'm upset by it because I always like to like go back to see like the hints that Richelle Mead dropped.
I think it's like she was wearing like my vision of Alicia was like she kind of looks like a hippie with like a bunch of necklaces. Like I remember she was like wearing a lot of necklaces.
Okay, got it. Let me see. The dragon, so much is possible in this world, the magic system. So yeah, I was like really surprised with the dragon too. I like the fact that it has parents and it's the 2 main characters. I think it was about the dragon. Everyone says the dragon. Oh my God, that's so funny. Let me see. I remember whenever I read VA, I wish there was more magic and now we're getting it. Yeah. I feel like at times I'm just like, whoa, this is like a lot to take in. Because yeah, in VA, we obviously get like the elemental like elements like the elements and stuff like that, and then here we're getting like I feel like we're not getting the elements as much just because we don't see a lot of Moroi, but we definitely get so much magic regarding like human magic. And I wonder like how like if Sydney's gonna be like a full-fledged witch, I guess, is that the right term? Yeah, she's gonna be she's a witch. Okay, that's interesting. Honestly, wait, I wonder how this works because like Sydney has like magical abilities. So like, does it run in the family or it's just like a thing that just happened to every few people? Because I don't think Zoe has magical ability. Yeah, so like Sydney happens to have the potential to do magic. Okay, like she's smart enough that like she just happens to have this talent. That's so funny. Okay, and I was gonna ask, what is your oh my God, your favorite scene of this book? And then of course you guys, your favorite scene of this book.
I guess one of my favorite scenes is when they're in that sorority house. And they were just like, I don't know, like Adrian was like making shirts and then like he was like painting a shirt that had like a skeleton riding a motorcycle with like the parrot or something. That was like a reference to
the book one.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny. He's like, what frat are you? And he's like, Alpha Yang Ergo. And I was like, that's not even a real frat. Like those aren't even, and he's like, I'm not even sure those are Greek letters.
Yeah.
I think the wedding scene for me, it was like so I love seeing them dance together and also just like them bantering on the airport, like on the airplane. It's just so cute.
Yeah. I think some of my favorite scenes are like Jackie, Adrian, and Sydney, like they're in the desert and they're practicing magic. And then again, when Jackie's not there, I think that Jackie like tricked Sydney into summoning the dragon. She totally tricked them. Oh my gosh, she didn't even tell them about anything. I like that scene too because I thought it was funny because of them like they were because it was just like Adrian and Sydney and then something weird just happened and then now they have a kid and it's a dragon that can turn back into a stone. So that was really cool. Let me see. My fave scene is a painting scene. Those adore. It was so cute. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. Let me see. I love when Sydney
Yes.
was for a dream too. That was really nice.
Yes.
And I'm like making out and shit. I was like, oh, okay. That was really cute. Okay, so that's basically it for the Indigo Spell. Oh my goodness, it's such a fun book. Honestly, I always love doing this live show because it's just fun to just like rehash everything and just talk about Cindy and Adrian. I really love this relationship, this romance, and I find it like a little bit better than the Matri and Rose because with that one it was a roller coaster. Like if you think about it, they got together by book 6. That's like the last book, but this is book 3. They're together now.
They're just so healthy.
I just need a scene of Sydney saying "I love you," because Adrian says it like every once in
All
a
the
while.
time.
He never says it, so I'm just like, come on, girl, just say it. Just say "I love you" to him, and then I can die happy. So hopefully we'll get that scene in the later books. So yeah, we have 3 more books in the series, which is very exciting. So that's basically it. We will announce the live show date and time for the next book, The Fiery Heart. Okay, November 7th, 2021. We just discussed it. So it's gonna be the first Sunday of the month of November. Isn't it crazy? We've been doing this for almost a year.
Right? It's so wild.
I know. I'm glad that like we're consistent with this, to be honest. So yeah, that's gonna be the date for the live show, and then the same time, 2 p.m. EST. So my voice just broke. I will put up the information on Twitter in the next few days, so you can look out for that. But thank you so much, everyone, for talking with us about this book. Oh, it's really fun. So I cannot wait to see you guys in a month. So I hope you guys have a great day or night. I'm so awkward. I'm so sorry. Yeah, have fun. And then please be safe and be careful. Okay, bye everyone. Goodbye.